Hey you guys, it's Molly. So earlier tonight I did a consistency video, you can check that out if you like, about thick versus thin paint, and I actually really liked the effect that I got for basically the density pour of just having, so this is kind of a rainbow, these are the colors that I used earlier, so I just wanted to use my leftover paint. I've got an 11 by 14 inch canvas. I just did this as a regular pour down the side of the cup, and I'm gonna pour it, there's no silicone in here. I'm using my regular pouring medium, and I've thinned this out with water to a thin consistency. If you watch the other video, you know I have thinnest, thin, thicker, and thickest. So I'm just gonna pour this out as a ring pour and see what happens. I probably got way too much paint for this canvas, but I just wanted to use up what I had. So I'm hoping because the paint's thin that they don't turn to mud, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I've got way too much paint for this canvas. But I layered my colors twice, so. That's all I'll use. So I'm gonna get some cell effects just from the density of the paint. Bring the paint back to the center. Keep going in your circular motion. Oh, goodbye, purple. Bring it back to the center. So because the thin paints normally leave the canvas a little bit bare, I went ahead and painted my canvas ahead of time. I've got a little bit of mud on the corners, but I'm all right with it because I think it's a really cool effect. Get my other corner over here with some green. Okay, let me wipe my hands and I'm going to play around with this a little bit more. Stretch it out maybe a little bit more. Don't want to lose my center completely. But I want some more paint off there because I want to see if I can get some density reactions happening. I'll come back down here off this side. Okay. So you can see the rings don't stay as together. If you guys are wanting your rings to stay together, you can see that's kind of what happens. The colors muddy a little bit more. I mean, I still think it's a pretty cool cosmic looking video, but I mean looking painting, but definitely a totally different effect. All right, just a little one for you. Have a good night. Happy painting. Bye. So I torched this to get out the air bubbles, and then I wanted you guys to be able to see this. torched it to get out the air bubbles, and then let it sit for a little while. And this is what happened. I think it's actually a really cool effect. I'm gonna take you down and show you. It's not my normal painting, but I still think it looks pretty darn cool. Look at all those cells. It's like crazy looking. So I think that there might have been some type of oil that dripped onto this canvas at some point, because there's a spot that's right there that's kind of reacted funny. But there was no silicone in this, in the paints. But look at all those tiny little cells that popped up just from density. And I mean, I torched to get those air bubbles out, but my goodness. Crazy. So that's what you get out of thinning your paints down to do a density pour. It's kind of cool. Before, I think I was going to scrape it because I didn't really like the way that it looked, but I actually kind of like it. So we'll see. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Bye. So here is how he turned out afterwards. So I drew the tree and embellished the background. That's him. I'm still kind of working on his face, and it's harder to blend with the acrylics, but I wanted to kind of leave his body translucent, so I had to kind of outline him instead of actually shade him in the way that I would normally to draw like a realistic one. But you guys wanted to see him, so that's how I turn a pour that I don't like into an embellishment. All right, thank you guys. Happy painting. Bye.